Five Whys is a tool to use to help think through whether you're working on the root cause or the underlying cause of the problem you're trying to address. So it basically is asking why 5 times. Let me explain that a little bit more. So the benefits of using this 5 why series of questions is that it helps you get more specific, more focused on what really is the cause or the barrier that's getting in the way or that's causing the issue that you want to address. It's a really simple tool. It's almost so simple that some people don't pause to do it. So I really encourage you to pause and try this out a couple different times on a couple different issues. When it's most useful is when you're trying to identify what kinds of human behavior seem to be causing the kind of issue that you need to address, or human interactions, trying to discern what it is that's making people behave a certain way. It's also useful to use when problems are emerging that take time to really show, where an issue is happening, like the snow's melting and suddenly we have a lot of litter on the highways. How did it get there? Lots of questions can help you realize how it might have gotten there. It also might be useful when you're looking at a lot of different kinds of symptoms that are clouding what the real issue is. It helps you see what the real causes are rather than things that are actually side issues. So how do you do the 5 whys? This is another one where it's important to write it down. Write down the specific problem and ask the question of you, and it does help to do this in a discussion group with others. Ask why that problem is happening. Write down that answer. Why is that problem happening? Ask why again about the answer that you gave to why that problem is happening. And you continue to loop back, so it ends up being this stair step of on your piece of paper. So let me pause here and tell you where this came from. It originally was a process that was used in an auto manufacturing plant, as they were trying to figure out why some part far down the assembly line there was something that just kept showing up wrong, and they're having difficulty finding out where that was happening so they could fix it. They gathered the people together that worked in the whole assembly line and asked the question, why? Why is this happening? Why am I seeing it here? So the first thing they wrote down was, I'm seeing this problem occurring at stage 9. Why am I seeing it here? The answer to that question was, the reason I'm seeing it here is because I've just moved this part finally to fit this other piece into it. So what is it that caused me to move that part? Where did that part come from? Became the next thing that people asked why. That part got placed there. Why did it cover up this other part? Became the third question. So as you can tell, they found the answer at the 4th time they ask why. So 5 whys doesn't specifically require you to ask why 5 times. It does encourage you to ask until you're confident you have the key to the question that you had asked in the beginning. It might take fewer than 5 times, it might take more. So it helps you get to what the real cause is. It helps you get to, is there proof that what the answer is causing you to lead to that result. So let me use an example that you may have heard me speak about before, and this is the child who has difficulty having consistent school attendance. The teacher notices the child misses class a couple times a month, and she asks the question, why is he missing class? The answer to that is, let's just say there are 2 different possible answers. The first possible answer is he's missing class because he doesn't get it because he's sick. You could go down the path of this kid is sick a lot pretty quickly. The second possibility would be Because he can't get to school on time. Why might he be sick all the time is the second why question, but also why might he not be coming to school on time is the second why question. So is there proof that the question that you are answering, the second why question, is there proof that that really is the leading to the effect of the kid not showing up in the classroom? How do you know that? Again, it's evidence collecting. So answering 5 why questions leads you again to look for evidence. It also helps you begin to notice what those other barriers might be that are keeping this issue from being addressed. So it will help you answer the question, is there anything else going on that I'm overlooking? And it also will help you begin to identify what the facts are that you need to collect. One set of facts is, do we know how often this child is sick? Another set of facts are conversation with the child talking about how hard is it for him to wake up. So doing the 5 why process isn't the end, but it helps you narrow where the barriers are that you should focus. So 5 whys, write it down. Ask why. Ask yourself, do I think I've found the right answer and the right place to focus? And you've done the 5 why process.